not only because of you, it's because of the society itself. So, one time, it's a good thing my wife is not here. I love to tell you this because at some point, I had a 16-year-old daughter who was caught by my wife with a locked door and with a boyfriend inside our house. Knocked on the door, they came out, they started giving them the finger and the litany of sins that they have, that they will go to hell if they committed something. And while she was there for an hour, and the two kids were just staying there, I was just happily browsing the internet for entertainment, okay, while she was actually scolding them. And I said, "What are you doing? You help me out here. You're the father. You have to tell them something." So I said, I got up my chair and said, "Okay, say something. Pangaralan mo." So I said, "Anak," I won't mention the name. "Anak, look, I love you. I love you very much. That if you can't really help it, use contraceptive." And I got a ban for the wife. And I got more scolding than they did. And I told them, I told my wife, and I told my child, "Listen, I've seen this 100 times. I've seen this in lady 100 times. I don't want that thing to happen to you. No, avoid doing that. We'll teach you all the ethical things and morality, but if everything fails, use contraceptives." My God. Because I will not forgive myself if I don't tell you that. So, I'm not an atheist. I'm a Catholic. I'll bet a Catholic who actually every Sunday needs to be dragged by the wife to the church. But I do believe in spirituality and in morality, and I have to tell her that, okay? So, nowadays, if you look at our data here, the Philippines actually has, we used to have 8%, okay, teenage pregnancy among all the pregnant women, 8%. It's gone down now to 5%, okay? But that is the Philippines. I will be very interested if I have the time, but my people are here, the PHO are here, the Provincial Health Office is here, and the Youth Council as well, to find out what the data is for Region 8. Because that's the national average. But usually, if you look at the average, the developed and industrial countries, okay, they have less than 1%. But the developing, that's when they start doing this 5%. Thailand is still 6%, okay? In Africa, it's 14%, okay? And then again, the difference in the European countries and here is that, I don't know if this is good, but here, teenage pregnancy, for countries which allow marriage, get married. In Western, they remain single. But it's gone down, it usually goes down with development because people tend to get smarter and more practical when they're living in a world where they have to survive, and they know they have to survive just like in the cities. For example, my son before, he was living in San Francisco, they came with masters, and then he had a girlfriend, and I said, "What are you bothered?" I'm trying to balance my balance sheet, my spreadsheet, about my future. What's bothering you? I will not be able to afford a two-door car or a flat, New York style. It has to be a two-bedroom townhouse and a van. Okay, so I can't balance it out. After a month, I went back, I said, "You're happy, what happened?" I was able to balance it out. What did you do? "I dropped the girlfriend." Everything balanced out. And I said, "Wag naman." Okay? So, other people are practical. They look at the cost, they look at the consequences. But on the rural side, I was telling the vice gov that on the rural side, it's different. It's out of boredom, no education, no direction at all on what's going on. And that's what we have to be careful of. And that's why when I became governor the first time, again, and even up to now, okay, I said, we have a budget for SK, okay? We have a huge budget for SK. And how do they use it? So I checked, how do you use it? They even ask for supplemental. Oh, there's a coming fiesta. Magpapaliga kami ng basketball tournament. Okay, I get that. Okay, anti-drugs. Okay, bisikleta with the ring, and the ribbon, tuhog. Okay. Flower pot, arco, shed. Okay, what else? Do you attend seminars? Yes. What seminars do you attend? How to be an effective debater. How to be an effective legislator. I said, is that really your problem as young people? We teach them as early as now to become politicians. Okay, let's gather them together. Ask them, what are your real problems? And it came out. Problems are parents, family. Okay, they don't communicate. Some of them drugs. Some have no boyfriends. That's a problem for some. Some have many girlfriends. That's also a problem. Okay, they have various problems. Okay, and one of the major problems that they have is actually teenage pregnancy. It's not about legislators and about basketball games. Their problems are focused on real things. Okay, and mind you, a lot of the premarital sex of teenagers actually happen in their own houses. Parents are not aware. Okay, parents can't seem to be on the level as their children. Okay, that's why we embarked on a program. We borrowed it from a religious, but being in the government, we cannot use religion. Okay, and sometimes I detest that because I've just learned recently, for example, that drug counseling, religion cannot be involved anymore. I said, okay, let's not involve religion. But I think there has to be a level of spirituality because in all the cases that I've seen on drug addiction, no lasting rehab can happen without spirituality. Okay, yet we are saying, let's take out spirituality. In the same manner as teenage pregnancy, to some extent there has to be a level of spirituality. It has to be inculcated in your heart, in your body, not in your mind. And that's why we embarked on this. We borrowed it, but we took out the religious part, okay? And then we came up with the Sons and Daughters Encounter, okay, which focuses on really real issues, handled by peer. Because sometimes, to educate the young, you need the young. We think we know everything. But the kids, I also interviewed some of the kids, and my kids are not that young. I feel they're young, because if they're old, that means I'm also old. I feel that they're young, but they say that, oh, the generation Z right now, this is how they think. So they teach me how they think. You know, they don't want to be told what to do. Really? Yeah. When you advertise, for example, you advertise Nescafe. Nescafe, you buy Nescafe. This is a good coffee in the world, best coffee in the world. And they're not going to buy that on television. How will you sell Nescafe to them? Paul Bretman Rapp, for those people who know him. Ito, kilala niya, bata to. Pero most of the people who say, okay, that defines your age. Okay, he's an influencer, Phil based in Hawaii, LGBT, and then he wakes up in the morning, he does nothing other than do a selfie stick, okay, goes around, and I cannot understand, okay, if you watch him, I cannot understand why he has a rooster pet, but anyway, okay, goes around, okay, goes to the breakfast nook, and then he talks about his life. It's a lovely day today, and then he says, oh, nothing beats starting the morning with a good cup of coffee. Doesn't mention anything. Drinks the coffee, puts it down, there's a Nescafe. He leaves, tomorrow everybody's drinking Nescafe. They don't want to be told what to do. They want to follow somebody. So if we have to do this, I think we have to actually focus on the youth themselves. telling them what to do, not the teachers who are actually trying to bore them with education and statistics. It has to be among their peers. And that's what we're actually trying to push right now. Okay, with all the problems that we have on the youth, okay, we also have an increasing number, I don't know about the other provinces, we have an increasing number of people committing suicide. Okay, usually young people, not even the older people. So we're trying to address that as well. Okay, but teenage pregnancy is something that is difficult to fix once a mistake happens. And that is the reason why we have to address this. And if World Vision, okay, has this program, I tell you, you don't have a problem in Leyte because we've identified this already a long time ago. Any help that we can get, okay, is actually, we're more than happy to actually collaborate with everybody who can actually address it. And it affects all of us. We all have teenage pamangkin, we have children, we have apo. Okay, and my secretary is saying, my time is up. Okay, since this is not my program, I have to comply. If this was mine, my secretary is now fired. Thank you very much, and I hope that was actually informative. I apologize if I cannot stay for the